Good evening, everybody. It is a marvelous Monday, and we are back with the recapping your greatest reality shows and the latest reality shows. We are here recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 11. Good evening, Diva. How you doing?
How you doing? I just finished eating my soup. Okay. Because listen, I'm determined, Royaire. Let me tell you something. The pounds that have come upon me and I didn't invite them, I'm giving it back to the universe, okay?
Shake it loose, girl. Shake it loose.
Okay. I'm giving it back. I ain't playing with these pounds. So I'm trying, but I don't beat myself up about it. I try to eat, in my last meal like 6 something. But I don't make it a lot of days.
Okay, listen.
Sometimes by 8 o'clock, I'm like ripping the refrigerator apart. Like I'm
You better tear that mug down. Tear it down, okay?
Pray for me and with me, okay? This too shall pass. I'm gonna get through this, okay?
We are gonna press on because we don't have no other choice but to press on. We have made it pretty much to the end of 2025. It's been a pretty good year overall for myself. I cannot complain. On Sunday, I believe, what's today? Monday. Sunday, I celebrated my 3-year anniversary of being on YouTube, which was amazing. So I was just like, wow. Like, I remember telling my best friend, hey, best friend. I remember telling my best friend years ago, I was like, I want to do YouTube, girl. I want to do YouTube. I want to do YouTube. She was like, do it. And then, Diva, I connected with you coming up on your recaps. And then I started my channel. And now here we are together 3 years later. I mean, can you believe it? 3 years. That's wild.
It's wild how fast the time goes by. Yes, I forgot what day I celebrated 5 years, which is it's just crazy to me that it's even been that long that I've been doing this. But I love it. And so, like you said, here we are. Okay, and we killing the recap game, killing it.
Okay. Listen, one show at a time. Well, listen, people, we are live on both channels, so be sure that you hit the like button on Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If you're not a subscriber, please be sure to subscribe to both channels and make sure you do us one more favor. Share our channels with your friends as a Christmas gift. Share with your family. Share with your enemy, okay? Share with everybody. And so we're back. Thank you so much, you guys. Listen, shout out to the subscribers. Shout out to the viewers that keep us coming back every week. Y'all are amazing, and we totally appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Well, listen, y'all, we're going to do this real quick because we're going to get in and get out tonight because I'm tired. So we're going to...
Well, boom, then there's that, okay?
Street news real quick. Let's get into our street news.
Honey, what the streets talking about? Oh, shucks. Okay, come on.
Okay. So here is the alleged, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Here is the alleged seating chart for season 10 of the Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? All right. And so it's looking like we have Stacey to the left, my left, your right, maybe. Stacey to the left, and then it is Wendy, who is this? Tia, and then Jazzy down at the bottom.
And Jazzy made it on the chart. Come on,
baby, okay? And she needs to be on the chart because it's gonna be an interesting topic. This episode we kind of dealt with Stacey possibly not, coming to the wedding, but only coming because Wendy and Ashley were there. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But then to our right.
Wait. Don't you can't just roll over this. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
The fact that Stacey is right next to Andy. Bravo, Stacey. Bravo. Stacey did that. Stacey came. She clocked in. She earned her check. And how, with all the drama that Wendy is going through, how did she beat Wendy in the seating chart? You better give it up to Stacey.
Well, I think
a lot of drama that Wendy's going through.
Yeah, I think she beat Wendy in the seating chart because a lot of her stuff happened on the actual show. we didn't see any of Wendy's stuff, or they didn't start talking about it until after filming. So they had to pick back up on filming. So I feel like that's really why Stacey got first seat. But like you said, Diva, we got to get congratulations, because she went from the end of the couch to the beginning of the couch in one season, okay? One season. She did that. So go, Stacey. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. And toodaloo, okay? I said, come on, toodaloo. Oh, my God.
Listen, can I tell you something? I saw Watch What Happens Live with Andy last night. Andy loves Stacey. He loved him some Stacey.
Love, not just Andy, Stacey. The people love Stacey, Diva.
Yeah.
She is the People's Champ of Bravo this year.
Yeah, she
the
is.
People's Champ, for sure.
Uh-huh.
She lies and she's spiteful in all her little ways and stories, but she did the darn thing, okay?
Yeah.
And then on the right side of the couch, we have regularly Gizelle, Ashley, Kiarna, Angel, and then Monique at the bottom. So this is an interesting seating chart.
They got it right. They got it right.
Oh, really?
Well, you know why I'm gonna say they got it right? Because nobody, Ashley don't have a storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Kay don't have a storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Angel, it wasn't nothing about Angel. Okay. Monique is Monique. She just came in there. Yeah, Raheem called Stacey an iconic liar. And that's
she taking the title for Phaedra. Shout out to my hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you for joining us from Cincinnati.
Come on now, thank you. Yo, I really feel this chart is right. We already know Gizelle is always going to be next to Andy. Mm-hmm. That's just a point blank in a period. So now that the Grand Dame is not here, it's like, who gets that seat? I think out of all the people that's there, Stacey deserved that seat. So I think she got it right. And I don't really care who comes after the first two seats. It is what it is. And I like this chart a lot.
Okay. Like you said, I don't care who comes after the first two seats. I definitely think we needed to move Angel up because Angel's got a lot of explaining to do.
She could explain from down the hall.
We need her a little bit closer to the principal's office, okay? Because she's not doing the job well, so she needs some attention. She needs some attention on her review. But here is the alleged seating chart that they're saying so far. In my opinion, I think this is going to be pretty accurate to what is going to happen. As we know, we did have a seating chart idea last year for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and someone did not show up, Diva. So I believe that some of the ladies now have the opinion that they don't have to show up for the show anymore. So, you know, hopefully everybody
will show up is no longer on the show, though, right?
Well.
So no, you don't have an option not to show up. If you don't show up, that is you saying that you agree that you will no longer be on the Real Housewives or whatever particular branch you on if you don't show up. No, it's not about you just not showing up. Unless you locked up, because that's a common thing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you locked up, you got to show up.
I think there's two people who don't need to show up because it would just be a waste of time and they don't need another season. But, you know, we'll see how that rolls.
Okay. I like to see the chart. Bravo to Bravo and Bravo to Andy. Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you saw Watch What Happens, he loves him some Stacey.
No, I watched a little bit of it last night. Listen, shout out to Oliver Twix. I don't know if you follow Oliver on Instagram, but Oliver is the guy that does all the remakes of the Housewives. He was there last night as the bartender. He looks so good. I am so happy for him. I've been watching his channel for a while. He is hilarious with his remakes. So if you have not checked out Oliver Twix on Instagram, go over there and check that out for him. You know, he was fun last night at the bar. Simone and Kiarna. Oh my God. Simone. I can't wait to talk about Married to Medicine when we get there. So bear with us, people, because we're going to have that conversation. But tonight, we're going to go ahead and hop into the Real Housewives of Potomac. We are on season 10, episode 11. LEASE is up, giddy up. I said, come on, LEASE is up, giddy up.
You know, whoever comes up with these titles, Royaire, everything, not for LEASE is up.
Lease is up. Giddy up. Giddy on up.
Child, the lease is up, okay?
Yes. Listen, y'all, make sure you hit that like button and share. We are going into our recap now. So, Tia is hosting, or her job is hosting an event. The Phillips Polo Classics is what it was entitled. And so Tia has invited all of the ladies to come and join her at her job, which was, in my opinion, Diva, a very bold move. I was like, I don't know if I would invite these people to my corporate America real everyday job where my real coins come from. But I got to give it to the ladies. They behaved very well. They were very respectful, and they did a pretty good job overall at the event, in my opinion. So she also invites her eldest brother, Dija. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, so forgive me, but she invites her oldest brother. Now, between her mother and father, Tia shares with us that there are 3 siblings altogether. She has 2 brothers, and then she's the only girl with her mother and father. Well, come to find out, Papa was a Rolling Stone, and he had 2 other kids within his marriage to her mother, okay? So she said that her brother, they get along very well. He came down from, was it Ocean City, Diva?
I don't know where he came from.
He came down from somewhere. And so, you know, she's introducing him to the ladies. You know, Nathaniel, her 10-year-old son, he stood out to me this episode, Diva, because he was very polite. He wanted to open the door for mommy. He was a very different side of him this episode. So I said, okay, all right, I see the kids. Now, Tia talks about how polo is very major where she comes from. Her cousin was a polo player, and so the social scene of the polo society was a huge thing for her. So this is right up her alley. I get with you.
I'm trying to get used to Tia. I promise.
I like Tia. Leave her alone.
I'm trying. I really
invites the ladies on the sprinter. You know, they all get on. Everybody comes. Once we get there, they notice that Stacy is not present on the trip. Tia explains that she wanted peace and positivity at this event. She did not want to invite Stacy due to her being kicked out of Stacy's event for the Shio launch. So, you know, she was not there. And Jazzy is having a tough time with everybody having an issue with Stacy because Stacy is her girl, okay? At the beginning of this season, we did see that Stacy and Jazzy went to lunch. Stacy apologized because she felt like she wasn't being a good friend of Jazzy. You know, but Jazzy said that Stacy has been there. Well, allegedly, it was said that Stacy wasn't going to come to Jazzy's wedding prior to her knowing that some of the other ladies were going to be showing up there. And so Ashley brought that to Jazzy's attention because Jazzy said she needs some proof about this liaration, this hateration, and this holleration that y'all got for Stacy. She needs some proof. And so they said, we'll deal with it a little bit more later, okay? So the ladies, they arrive at the Polo Classic. Apparently, they brought the color to the party, is what the ladies said, okay? They, you know, were the women of color there. And everybody, you know, they said was very nice and cordial, but you know, it was a different event for them. The ladies had the opportunity to sing the national anthem. You know, I guess they told Tia, hey, since you bringing your crew, let's put them to work. And so the ladies decided to come together and sing our Black national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Now, apparently, Angel is supposed to be a classical opera singer, okay? And so, Diva, I told you that they have the after show, you know, on this Real Housewives of Potomac. So if you're not watching the after show, head down to Peacock, get your subscription, and watch the after show. You know, the people was trying to play Angel out like she can't sing. Well, she gave us a little hit on the after show, and it was beautiful, Diva. She actually has a really nice voice. And you can tell it is classically trained, like, for real, for real. So I was like, okay, so she can sing. You know, Ashley threw her hand up and threw her name in the hat because, you know, Ashley's out here doing her Roberta Flack and everything. So she said she wanted to get in line and sing.
Not the Roberta Flack. With his word. I'm gonna beat you, but go ahead.
So let's see, the ladies, Gizelle and Kiana decided they're going to join the group in singing, and so Wendy is going to direct. So they did sing, lift every voice and sing. Now, some of us did not have the right words. Some of us were off key. Some of us just was kind of singing just to be singing, but it was sang, okay? The people clapped, and that was what it was. Let's see. Jazzy and Jazzy and Ashley have a little sidebar moment as well to kind of discuss again this situation with Stacey. You know, Ashley is trying to, in my opinion, I guess, look out for Jazzy because she notices that Stacey has not been truthful in all of the ladies', you know, relationships. She shares that when they went to the wedding for Jazzy, she had a wonderful time with Stacey. She's seen a different side of Stacey that she normally doesn't see. But then when all the ladies get back in the group, it's like, who is this lady and what is she doing? The ladies had to go out and step on the grass to get the holes out the grass from the polo players. All of the ladies came together. They ate. It was a pretty enjoyable time. Let's see. Ashley brings up Angel sharing that she feels like the ladies didn't really welcome her in the group. And Ashley felt that this would have been a great opportunity for Angel to kind of spread herself out in the group to get to know the other ladies. But she did not feel like the Angel took that opportunity today, yet again, within the group that you complained that nobody likes you in. And so Angel said, listen, it's going to be all good. I'm going to get my one-on-one times with everybody, including Wendy, okay? So, Diva, I'm going to just say this real fast. I really like Tia. I feel like that Tia is being authentic. I feel like, you know, she said that she's got a job. She's doing her thing. This is the second episode that we have been at a work event. Last week, we was at her office with her boss. This week, we're at a work event. She's got the kids. She's got the husband. This, in my opinion, is a Real Housewife material. She's doing what a Real Housewife should do. Okay, she brings just enough drama, but she stays in the background just enough too as well. You know, she's hosting, she's doing the thing, and I love it. She was able to bring the girls together on one accord. There were no fights, no arguments, no issues. This is what a housewife does.
Okay. So Angel said on Twitter she's going to unload the clip on Wendy, Gizelle, and Ashley.
What clip?
That like she, I guess she's going at the end of the season. She wants to speak up now. Okay, Angel. We
Ashley, what happened?
Well, I guess she's because they always getting on her. Tia is a miss for me. And at the reunion, she's gonna unload the clip. That's she a day late and $1 short. Okay. The season is the time for you to show up, boo. Yeah.
I'm confused on what clip she's airing. What's going on?
She said Angel won't bust a grip. I guess she's going to stand up for herself, but whatever, Angel. You a day late and $1 short. Whatever. So listen.
Oh, Angel said it. Okay, I'm sorry. I was confused. I was thinking of Tia. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So the Real Housewives of Potomac, this season 10, episode 11, LEASE UP, GIDDY UP. You know, Tia's son, I think, is adorable. She has a beautiful family.
Yes.
So don't get it twisted with me. I just have not connected with her because I feel like she's always up in the ear with her nose.
I'm trying to connect your pieces, honey. I'm trying to connect them.
I'm trying to, you know, I see other sides of her where I'm like, okay, but you know, I'm warming up to her, but I haven't totally jumped on the Tia board just yet. I'm trying to look at her and see what's going on and see what's good, right? So, but I did like this scene. You know, she called the brother over. They going to this polo event. She let the people know, don't cut a fool because this is with my work and everything. I ain't trying to have that, and let the ladies know they was going to sing. So, you know, Angel, what was it? Was it Ashley? Angel, Gizelle, Jazzy, and Kay, who was singing?
Those four.
You know, okay, that's all I can say to that is okay. You know, it wasn't nothing real big. Even the people watching, they was like, because I think they would. Well, what they showed us was like maybe 2 verses or whatever. I don't know. You know, the people didn't look like they was overly, you know, excited. They was like, okay. Anywho, so that was that. Tia told the people that Stacey had to get disinvited. They love these disinvites now, but I do understand why Stacey got disinvited. You told her toodaloo out your event, so she toodalooed out, and she was like, okay, so you want to throw me out, so you will get disinvited to my event. I get it, right? So Ashley telling Jazzy that the only reason why Stacey came to her wedding was because she found out that her and Wendy was going to go. Now, she said, listen, I had fun with the chick. I had fun with her and everything, but she really wasn't going to go unless, until she found out that we was going, okay? It will fall, sorry. It will fall flat. That scene with Jazzy piping up on Tia and Neva is Bye Angel. Yeah, Bye Angel. So, so they sung, and I thought, okay, that was cute. Wendy talking about, wait a minute, we gotta stomp these divots. Like, I ain't really, I'm just too cute for that. She said, y'all ain't got people that do that, okay? Jazzy is going to be blind. Well, I think, Stacey is Stacey. So Jazzy is going to be disappointed when she find out that, unfortunately, everything that the girls are saying about Stacey is pretty much true. So I'm gonna call Ashley Roberta Lack, and I screamed. Yeah, so that was that. Angel not really feeling embracing the group or whatever. And she talking about, well, I'm gonna try to get to do the one-on-ones with all y'all gonna see. That's all you've been telling us since y'all went to Nevis, girl. 1 minute you in, 1 minute you out. You cannot find your way with these group of girls either. And girl, if you didn't look at reality TV before you signed up to be on it, then that's a shame on you. Because they have got to have somebody that they're picking on. They doing it to Stacey, but Stacey just know how to handle it. That Stacey, you could throw rocks at her and she not going down. She catching them all. You throwing the rock, she catching them. She catching them. She catching them. She catching them. Okay, and the rest,
not just catching them, throwing them back, dude.
First of all, she done read Jazzy. Okay, told Jazzy you don't got a husband. She done read Tia.
No, that was it was K. She read K.
Okay, she read K. Told her you ain't got no husband. She done told Tia toodaloo. I mean, she is coming for you. She is slaying down the girls one by one. And so right now, Angel got to figure out how to do the Stacey. She should have asked Stacey for some tips because she is drowning. And all she does when they come at her, she just has a shocked look on her face, like, oh my God, that's what y'all doing to me. Like, I takes me time to warm up. Well, girl, they only got 8 to 9 episodes. When are you gonna warm up? Episode number 20? It's too late. She need to get her life together.
Yeah, it's not turning out good. Wow. I feel, and I want to address this too, I feel double-sided about this Ashley Jazzy situation. I feel that Ashley, in a way, is coming from a positive space because you never want somebody to be a fake friend to you or to someone that you know. But at the same token, I don't know. I just like, I feel like, who is Ashley to point out somebody being a bad friend or a good friend? Because you haven't always been a good friend down through the years on this show either. So it was just like, I thought that was like
storyline where she has no storyline, so she ain't got no choice but to insert herself wherever she can because she need this check and she don't have a storyline.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ashley. She kind of a little bit was under the radar. She was lucky that Robin was on the show with her most of the season. She was on the show because everybody was so focused on Robin being lacked in thereof that they didn't really focus that much on Ashley. And then Ashley did get saved by the fact that her and Michael was a whole hot mess. Was going through it, right? So that's what saved her. So now that she doesn't have all of that and she got to stay on her own, it's a hot stinking mess.
Let's see. Ashley has a heart on Stacey. Every episode, she's stirring the pot unnecessarily.
That's bad.
I would agree.
That's facts.
Because even if Stacey was only coming for filming, that's her job. Like that's what we're here to do. Like you needed girls at the wedding in order to have a moment at your wedding. So I was just like, I see what Ashley's saying, but then again, girl, you messy. But anything else on that first scene?
No.
Okay. So 18 hours later, we get an eviction notice from Angel. Okay. Now, Bobby and Angel, they moved here from Colorado. At the beginning of the season, we were shared that they were moving here because they wanted to live bi-coastal. Even though we know
family, because they're originally from there.
Yes, and because they wanted to be with their family. Okay. Now, she did share with us earlier in the season that they were renting this house until they found, the house that they were looking for. But my confusion came in because maybe about 2 or 3 episodes ago, I don't even think it's been that many.
She found a house.
She told us that they found a 9-bedroom house.
Okay. 9
bedrooms.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay.
So now here we are. They're packing up toys, moving boxes, unpacking boxes, putting together boxes, trying to figure out how to get out of this house and where to go. Okay. Kay comes over and rings the doorbell. And she's like, girl, what's going on? What happened? I need some information. She said pretty much, they rented the place. The landlord double booked. And now they got to move. Okay? Tia comes over. And Tia's like, girl, what kind of lease did you have? What was going on? And so she says, well, I told them that, we wanted to rent for a certain amount of time because we were looking for a space. And so, they rented the space out to another person. So basically we got to get out because they already rented the space to another person. Diva, in the words of our girl Candy, the lies, the lies, the lies. Because what? Ma'am, what do you mean? What you mean that they had the place already booked after you? Is this an Airbnb? What? You don't know when your lease was up? You don't know what dates that you signed from? Normally a person, when they sign a lease, Diva, it's from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. Am I correct? Okay. Well, Tia said, listen, I'm a realtor. And if you need some help finding a place to go, I can help you out, sis. I can get you going. And Bobby was like, we've been looking on Zillow this whole time, and she was a realtor. Why you ain't say, Angel, what y'all on Zillow for if y'all had a realtor that y'all was working with? The lies.
The lies. The lies.
So, they go around helping helping Angel pack up because Bobby went outside and sat down and took a seat.
Because he over it.
He done with it. Tia leaves. Kay stays to help out. Tia gets in the car and she gets a phone call from Gizelle. Gizelle is calling her to invite her to the Cowboy 4th of July Classic. The ladies are going to come together for ponies and have a little party to celebrate the 4th of July. Cowboys and ponies. Beyonce is touring around the city at this time, so the people are going to celebrate. Tia said, well, listen, girl, it was brought to my attention that Angel is moving back to Colorado. Giselle was like, huh? Moving back to Colorado? I thought she was living here. She said, no, they said the lease was up on the place and they have to move immediately. And Gizelle immediately said, this is not WAG material at all. What do we do? Gizelle said, well, maybe she's broke.
Oh, my gosh.
Gizelle said she don't have a home to go to, so she got to go back to Colorado.
Oh, my.
And she finally said, did she just do this for the show?
Oh, my goodness.
We have completely broken the fourth wall, Diva, because now we're talking about the show on the show.
That part.
Or maybe they just don't like us at all. And so Tia's like, listen, Gizelle, have grace. She's got 2 kids. She was trying to find a home. She couldn't find it. Nah, that's a bunch of bull, okay? Gizelle ain't having it, and neither is Wendy either. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about that soon too. So we can talk about those 2 scenes, the eviction and Tia, and the car ride.
So Tia in this eviction, you could tell Angel in the eviction and Bobby.
Angel, yeah, sorry.
You could tell Bobby was over it. And Bobby wasn't really here for the lies. He was just standing there because he knew he had to do what he had to do because his wife is on the show and they need that check. So he was standing there, but you could tell that he wasn't really feeling it, right? Mm. Now, my thing is that if you got family out there and you got to mix up with the lease, why you have to go straight back to Colorado? Why can't you go stay with a little family member? Because as you stated, she told us they already found a house that was 9 bedrooms. So what's the story, Angel? And then Bobby talking about he run to go poop back in his own toilet. Mm. I was like, huh? So Bobby is over this whole thing. He's over the Real Housewives of Potomac. He's over the lies. He's over everything that's going on. Do you know she's currently living there now? Did she ever buy a home? I don't know.
This is a great question.
But I have a feeling that if we was in Colorado and we drove by her address, her and Bobby would be there.
Look, we're gonna be standing out there like Candy and Phaedra.
Okay, dropping off a fake pizza. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so so she's trying to be like, I do believe what Gizelle is saying, right? She leased it for the time she thought filming was going to be. Mm-hmm. They were filming longer, and she got screwed. She probably tried to call that lady to extend it because you heard her say that the woman already booked it. So it was going to be no extension because the woman already booked it with somebody else. So that's where I think Angel, got screwed at. She probably called and said, listen, the filming is another few weeks. Can I stay? And that woman was like, sorry, here go this. You got to go. Matter of fact, this is where you could tell the lies come in, because this is what they said, the email said. And I said, why did they show this? Because it's telling that she lied. It said, hi, Angel. We hope you are having a great stay. I'm sending this a little in advance, but here's our checkout information. Checkout? That's not a lease or rental. That is Airbnb. Here's our checkout information for VP for you check out at 12 p.m. on the 1st. Mm. So that's an Airbnb checkout time at 12 p.m. When you lease something, you like, okay, are you going to renew your lease? Or because the lease is up on XYZ date, right? Mm-hmm. This is what they put on the screen. This ain't Diva putting 20 on 10. She said, we have loved having you. In the meantime, please feel free to reach out with anything you need. So, Angel, you was in an Airbnb. Angel, you didn't book your Airbnb for the whole time that you needed, okay? So you messed up. Mm. You showed us on the screen that you messed up and that you was telling lies. See, Angel, you not even that smart. Mm. Why would you let them put that up on the screen? They told you checkout time was at noon on the 1st. Get out.
And you down at the Polo Classics.
That part.
Singing and doing the most.
And the kids. Get out. And she had all that stuff there like it was truly her home because she had a lot of boxes. And
6 months. This is not y'all furniture. So it ain't like y'all got furniture to move. What is all this stuff that y'all done moved into?
Child, listen, she had boxes for days. And when the girls came over and she need a hotel room ASAP. And when the girls came over, Bobby he just was over it. He was over it. And then when he found out that Tia was a realtor, he could have slapped the piss out of
Come on, Miss E.
But he ain't gonna do that, okay? So he was like, we've been doing all this, and she a realtor, like, so and Tia was like, I'll help you out or whatever the case may be, and they helped her do a little packing, and the daughter is confused because she only won. She thinking they moved and now they packing again. They Tia putting stuff in the box, and she's like, no, taking it out, like, no, we home.
And it was the wild excuse talking about we're an NFL family, so we're used to moving. Girl, he's not in the NFL anymore. So what are we talking about?
She don't know. She just wanted to say something to just be talking. Cause she knew how she messed up and how crazy this was gonna look on the TV. Okay, so now let's talk about the car ride. So the car ride. Now this is where I opened the door for Tia. I swear to goodness I did. I opened the door for Tia in this car ride when she was like, "Oh, I should have used the bathroom at Angel's house." And Gizelle calls her, and Gizelle was being straight up shady. Gizelle was being straight up shady when she was like, "No, I think she's just doing this for the show. She don't like us. She got kicked out, all of that." And Tia was like, she said, "I don't want it." She said, "Thank God she didn't take the furniture like me, a child."
Oh my God.
Got locked up. So, Tia didn't even want to get into the shadiness of it all. Tia was like, "You think? Nah, I don't know." She's like, "No, I know. Either she don't like us or, we still filming." She thought filming was going to be up. And so that's why she didn't do her lease long enough. And then Gizelle dragged her some more in the confessional. Listen, Gizelle need her check too because the girls are in college. And Angel gave her the opportunity to come at her neck. So this is a shame on Angel, okay? So it's just a shame on Angel. And then Angel gonna talk about it was just a miscommunication. And they going back to Colorado, and Kay was like, "What?"
Talk about a friend that's gonna ride with you, because Kay, girl, like the ride was not riding. Like we could obviously see through you that this was complete BS. We see it through Angel too, but you didn't help at all as her bestie. Like, and I thought that was very crazy because Angel been holding you down like 4 flat tires all season long.
She been carrying her on her back.
Shout out to my girl Tia, because that's how you carry a bone. You carry it ever so gently. You place it in the lap, and then you step back and be like, "Oh no."
Yeah. I don't want to. I'm not.
Tia has done her homework. She's done her housewife homework.
She done it. She did it. I'm gonna give it that, and that's why I said, okay, I like the way she did this. I'm feeling her a little bit. I opened the door. It's a crack.
What I tell you, Diva, I'm a good judge of character, okay?
I told you the door got a crack, Royaire. I ain't fully open it for, but I did crack it.
Listen, well, I'm opening all the way.
Listen, I'm 50 gold. Yo, Angel been getting chin checked this whole season.
All season.
This chin check the whole season.
Angel got chin checked by her leg. Not get out by 12 noon.
Woo! And she said by the first. By the first. No, she got chin checked because Angel hurried up and ordered them boxes, Royaire. That's why Bobby was pissed. She ordered the boxes and they had to get this throwing that stuff in. She couldn't even get no moving company because, honey, I would have just got a moving company. If you a real wag and you would have called the people that come and pack everything up and be like, "Don't even worry, y'all. Let's drink this wine. They're going to pack us up." No, Tia had to sit there and throw some stuff in the box. Child, you ain't never lie. Her landlord chin checked her. She been chin checked this whole time. Oh, so, and I meant to say too, that's when Gizelle invited Tia to the July 4th cowboy event. What was that thing called? Ponies and whatever. It's gonna be potluck.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there. Okay. So Wendy and Eddie, we have a scene. The kids are growing up. Okay. Cameron is going to gymnastics practice, it looked like. They had a flashback of when they took Cruz to karate a couple years back. And Diva, I think that is one of the most beautiful things about Bravo and the Housewives and the shows on here in general. to be, it's like we literally grow up with the children. We grow with the family. We see the outcomes, you know, of who they become and what they do and how they, you know, grow into themselves. So it's beautiful to see the kids, you know, there doing their thing. Wendy shares with Eddie that on Thursday, the family will be having a Potomac and Pony event for the 4th of July. Wendy says they always do something for the 4th. So her and Gizelle have come together to plan an event, and they feel like that it should be, you know, very potluck style, family-like, homely-like, because the ladies have been together for so long. They're really connected, and so that was the vibe. Their kitchen is still underway, so they will not be able to bring anything cooked. So they are going to bring some fried chicken from somewhere, and we'll talk about that later on in the episode. Eddie, you know, asks about the budget in the house. You know, they are renovating their home. And Diva, this scene really makes me cringe anytime we talk about money and the Osefas, because, you know, Wendy shared.
We know what we know.
We know what we know. And Wendy shared that she does not have a budget. She ain't keeping up with the budget. She did have a budget, but she ain't counting receipts. She just collected invoices. So she said, you have a plan. You like something else, and the budget just goes higher and higher. So at this point, they're over $100,000 in on this renovation. Now, I believe, according to the court documents that were released, Diva, I believe they received a settlement of up to, or they were able to receive a settlement of up to $450,000. Excuse me. Is that correct?
They never got it.
But that was the reach that they were able to get. Okay.
That's what they submitted.
That's what they submitted. That is what they submitted. So, you know, Wendy talks about, you know, it just is what it is. They'll get the bills and they'll pay them pretty much. Wendy shares that she's finally going to reach out to her dad. She's been holding off because she's not exactly sure how the conversation is going to go and what it's going to look like. But she's finally going to take that step to do so. And then her question, and her and Eddie's question is, so what after that? Where do we go from there? And so, you know, Wendy shares that she really looks up to Eddie because, first of all, he is so supportive of her and everything she's going through. But also, those of us who've been following the show for a while, we know that Eddie didn't have the best relationships with his siblings at one point in time. And so Eddie shared, you know, he had such high expectations for his brothers and sisters that they couldn't meet, that it just made him feel like, you know, that they weren't really fulfilling what he felt that they should fulfill. But once he let go of those expectations and realized they are who they are, you know, they're not best friends, but they do have a monthly call. They keep up with one another. And so it just made Wendy feel comforted that, you know, she's got Eddie's support and that she knows if nothing else comes out of this, she will have a conversation with her dad and her husband is going to be there no matter what. So I thought that was a beautiful scene. At the end of that scene, Cameron and Eddie did a little race. They said it was a tie and, you know, it was just a super cute moment for the Osefa family. But the financial conversation, it just gave me a cringing moment. I was just like, ooh, these allegations are not going to be very well for them as we see the season rolling out. We see the house being renovated. We see updates in this up and coming episode, you know, where Wendy mama tell Wendy to shut the F up. So we're going to see how this roll out. I'm going to throw this scene in here too, Diva, as well, because it was just a little quick one. Didn't really talk about much. Wendy and Stace, Detroit and Baltimore went to lunch together. Okay. And so they get to the table. Stacey says, Michelle says, when they go low, we go high. Stacey says she's going to get high, take one of her edibles and go to lunch with Kay.
Come on now. You got to promote that business while she going somewhere.
Promote, baby. Promote. Stacey, you know, tells Kay that she looked at the menu prior to her come. She's going to order some bruschetta. And so Kay says that she doesn't like cheese. Well, Stacey went ahead and ordered the cheese.
No. She's allergic to cheese.
Well, see, that was my confusion because at first I thought she said she doesn't like it. Then she said she was allergic. Okay, so she said it both times. Okay. So she's allergic to cheese. And so Stacey ordered it anyways. I said, well, I hope Kay got her EpiPen because, ooh, now she's trying to take you out. You know, so the ladies pretty much sat down and had their little moment. You know, Kay's issue with Stacey is that when they came to North Carolina, shout out to North Carolina, and came to Lake Norman, that they roomed together and they really spent some intimate time together. And she got to know Stacey in a way that most of the ladies do not know Stacey. And so once they came to Ashley's Bloom party at the beginning of the season, she was shocked, because the Stacey that she experienced last season down in Lake Norman is not the Stacey that she was expecting to experience at the Bloom party. And so Stacey feels that Kay is just continually coming after her for no reason. We have no real beef. We have no real problem. We've had no real run-ins. What is your issue? And so they finally were able to come to an agreement of basically, listen, we're going to set aside our problems, we're going to be good, and we're going to move forward, and it is what it is. You know, Diva, to me, that whole lunch scene, I was just like, I could have did without this. It just like, there is no friendship between them. There is no connection. I don't see them moving forward in a positive way. I just really could have dealt without this whole scene. It just wasn't doing nothing for me.
Because it didn't.
Okay.
It was phony, but
was
you know, I guess they needed a scene because they couldn't go to the polo event. So, you know, whatever. So this scene with Eddie, Wendy, and Cameron, and then the throwback to their son, is heart-wrenching for me. I can't see things. Some scenes I can't see for what it is with Wendy, because we know what we know, right? And what's heart-wrenching to me is when adults, once you become a parent, you got to move differently, right? And I feel like that now these children are not going to have the same lifestyle as a result of, you know, what their parents are going through. So I wanted to say, Cameron, enjoy this moment, because you're not going to be able to come back. And Royaire, she talked about how she does dance, she does this, she does that. All I was saying to myself was cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And they're not going to be able to do it. And if the kids go to private school, God help them. And that we'll get to that when she talked about the 4 phones. Like, so they're reckless with the cash. And these kids are about to see a whole nother side of life, because all they probably know is money, right? And they're about to see a whole nother side of life, and it's going to be a mess. So, and her talking about, first of all, you know what's the stupidity of it all, Royaire? Even when people have extreme amount of money, they still are concerned with a budget. Nobody's just collecting. If you are responsible with your cash, whether you got a whole bunch or a little bit, you're not going to just be collecting invoices. You're going to be mindful. You're going to tell these people, I need y'all to stay in budget, and I need y'all to get this stuff done. Okay, because if they get the inkling, a lot of them, that you don't care about the budget, every time you turn around, they're going to be asking for checks like they doing with Dr. Contessa and Scott. She's talking about faith discourse, right? And every week, Scott is writing checks for 11, 10K. Come on now, Contessa. Don't nobody do that. You stay on top of your business. If you're running a business, and if you came through this door and told me this was going to cost me 20,000, don't come later talking about on 25 and 30, because I got a whole bunch of questions for you, and you just not get your check. Like, don't play with me, okay? So her talk about she collected invoices. Nah, we ain't doing that. You know, my kitchen is renovated from its original thing when I bought the home, right? So it is renovated, and no, you couldn't, because I ain't have it like that. You can't keep coming to me talking about this gonna be an extra 2010. And the cabinets, one day I'll do a video on my kitchen. The cabinets like that are over my refrigerator. The guy, and he measured it, not me. The company measured it. They ordered the wrong sizes first. And the guy was like, I don't know what we're going to do. I know what you're going to do. You're going to go get the right size, because I ain't going
to take them down and get them right.
I ain't do the measurements. Y'all did. So y'all need to go get this right. So if you're really doing business, you stay on top of your thing. But we'll X that out for a second, because, you know, she always wants to pretend like they just had abundance of money. The sad part is, now that everything is in my mind, Royaire, and I could be dead wrong, in my mind, I feel like currently construction has stopped, and they're living in a construction zone because they're dealing with this, the burden of lawyers and all that. I don't think that house is finished, but that's just me, right? So, but it was heartbreaking for me, because Cameron, all she knows is just money, money, money. and it's about to not be that, right? So it's going to be sad and it's a mess. So it was a good scene. It was a good look back. Her talking about her father and this whole Nigerian thing. You know, 1 minute you was waiting for the father to call you and say happy birthday. Now he's been calling you. You're not picking up the phone because you don't know how to deal with it. Come on, Wendy, with your 10 degrees. Like, do better. Okay. And then, you know, Eddie, listen, this whole thing they're going through, Royaire, it's heartbreaking to me because for real, those two are such a cute couple.
Beautiful.
They love each other.
Family.
Beautiful family. They love each other, and they got themselves caught up in this mess. So he was supportive, but you know what I gave the side eye to? Because he said, you know, I had to let go of how my siblings didn't live up to my expectations. Well, ain't that ironic? Because I'm sure they're looking at you now, saying how you ain't live up to their expectations. Okay, so getting locked up, getting a mugshot, and now going through a whole situation. Just adorable, beautiful. And you know what I love too? I just love it. They're gorgeous. I think their skin is gorgeous. Their complexion is gorgeous. Beautiful family. She messed all of that up for what? Because you wanted to pretend. Because you want, you know, fronting and stunting. Messed it all up. Fronting and stunting. So yeah, so you know, I was just like, and this Stacey and Kay lunch, you know, Stacey know how to do reality TV. I don't know what else to tell her, and we haven't seen this in a long time. The last time we saw girls that knew how to do reality TV was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We could give it up to a lot of them over there. We could get up to Sheree, to Nene, to Phaedra, to Candy, even to Kim Zolciak. In the beginning days of Roa, they were doing reality TV. Stacey is ushering that back in the door. Stacey know how to do reality TV. Honey, she sat in that confessional, okay? And she talked her talk, all right? Listen, Stacey know how to do this. She said when they go low, I go high. And I'm going to go high on my edible. I'm going to have an edible. Okay? She better do what she do. And she went to that luncheon, and you know, Kay must have said 10 times about her not being able to be around cheese. And Stacey ordered cheese, some cheese, and some more cheese. Stacey is a hot damn mess.
I said messy.
It's a hot damn mess. Don't fake making up is whatever. But I also like Stacey promoted her business several times during this lunch, okay? She said, listen, we have some stuff in common. You got a wellness brand. I got a wellness brand. I said, well, you know what, Stacey?
I'm back with my husband. I believe you're back with your man.
I believe you're back with your man.
I was like, this chick is insane. But I love it.
I love it too. I believe you back with Greg.
Yes.
I believe. I said,
like, come on, breathe. But that's what I'm saying. Like Stacey, Tia, they did their homework. They came to this show and they are bringing it. Yes. Kay and Angel, they did not do the homework. They missed the mark. They missed the mark majorly. And we got to give honor to whom honor is due. Stacey and Tia, y'all did that. Y'all have made y'all mark for the season. And I'm here for it. What you say?
You keep on Tia in there.
Yes, I am. Yes, we're going to celebrate Tia, okay? We're going to celebrate her.
All right.
So, we have the original 3 luncheon, okay? Gizelle, Wendy, and Ashley. And Diva, I am so refreshed. Good evening, everybody that's watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. We are glad that you are here. I am so impressed with the relationship that Wendy and Gizelle have been able to create and bond in. Like the way that Gizelle greeted Wendy in this opening scene, like it was just so like fun, girlfriendy, like the frenemy is back together. Like it was just super cute in my opinion. I loved it. You know, Ashley was at this as well. And so the ladies are coming together just to kind of catch up on the latest and the greatest. So, you know, Gizelle, she shares that she invited, or she received a text, excuse me. She received a text message from Angel while the ladies were sitting and having a little talk. And so Angel shares with the ladies, you know, she wants to invite the ladies on a girls' trip to Colorado for a cowboy themed sisterhood event. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so the ladies thought that was very interesting because, as we all know, Gizelle and Wendy are hosting a cowboy-themed event as well. But they said they were the originators of their event. Angel is just copying. Gizelle then shares with the ladies that she shared with Tia that her and Wendy were hosting an event together for the 4th of July, you know, Potomac and Ponies. And she wanted to invite her to that. Wendy shared with us that she called Stacy and told Stacy about it, and that this is going to be a potluck event. And so Stacy said that she wants to bring her world famous sweet potato salad. I said, okay, potato salad. We're gonna see how this potato salad turn out. Okay. After Wendy sharing that, Gizelle then shares with us that Tia shared with her that Angel and Bobby were kicked out of their home and that they are homeless. And so then Wendy dropped some more tea and shared that she got a realtor friend who told her that Miss Angel came to her and said, listen, I need a house that looks like it's about 40 to 50,000 a month, but it needs to be 3 to 4,000 a month. Mm. I said, oh my. The ladies were shocked. Mm-hmm. The ladies were stunned. Mm-hmm. Everybody is questioning what is going on with Angel. Did you come to be a part of the show? Did you come to be a part of the friendship group? What exactly are you doing here? Diva, the fact that these three ladies are like holding this season together as the original castmates of the show, they have done a really good job. Wendy and Ashley have not always had the best friendship and connection. Gizelle and Wendy definitely have not had the best friendship connection. But the fact that they were able to sit down, do this scene, I enjoyed this way more than I enjoyed Detroit and Baltimore scene. It was fun. It was funny. It was messy. And the lady said, we're going to talk about this at the next event because Angel got some explaining to do. Anything on that? Because we rolling up on our last scene.
Gizelle, Wendy, first of all, like you said, to see Gizelle and Wendy hug, it was nice. It was a nice thing. You know what's sad? It's like they came around, but you know, after all this time, they came around. But now next season, I don't know if Wendy's going to still be here. Because we don't know what's going to happen with this case, right? So Angel invites them to this Cowboy Energy Week in Colorado. And, you know, they talk about, you know, the eviction or the kick out or whatever the case may be. And then Wendy talks about, you know, what she heard from a fellow realtor. Now, listen, do I believe that Angel came and said she needs a place that looks very expensive and she needs it on a budget? Yeah, she did. I mean, what's the shame in that? Everybody wants, you know, a good budget or whatever the case may be. This is messy. Did I like seeing those three together? I did, but you know, that I ain't got much else for that.
Okay. It was fun, you know, nice little messy scene. We got what we needed and we could move on. So it's time for Potomac and Ponies. Okay, this was our final event for the night. Gizelle came with two of her daughters, her eldest daughter and one of the twins. Beautiful Diva. I mean, they have turned out to be fabulous, beautiful little girl. I mean, mature girls. Just beautiful. So beautiful. Wendy brings her clan, her two boys, her daughter Cameron and Eddie. You know, they show up, you know. Gizelle was a little worried. I guess Wendy was running a little late, you know. The aesthetics of their party was very different than what we are used to seeing Wendy do versus Gizelle. And so Bravo did give us kind of a little flash of the last party Gizelle threw at her home that was unfinished. And then we got a party, a throwback of Wendy's 40th birthday, which was fabulous. You know, Diva, this event, it was giving the same type of event that Robin threw. Remember when Robin threw the family event outside?
Yes, yes. And matter of fact, now that you say that, it looked like it had been the same spot. Yes, 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 and yes. Yes,
like, okay.
Everywhere. Yes.
I said, come on for an homage to Robin.
Her reasonable shady partner. Yes, I totally agree.
So Wendy gave out the food assignments, of course. And so as we all knew already, Wendy told us that her kitchen wasn't working. So Wendy went down and brought the Popeyes chicken for the potluck.
You know, out of curiosity, how's her family? They eating out every day? All right, I'll move forward. All right, listen. I mean, listen. Listen, I don't even listen.
I mean, the cannabis business, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the way Eddie out here working, they got to be doing pretty well. I mean, Eddie out here putting in the work for his cannabis business.
Well, what would be the need to allegedly defraud the insurance company? Well, I mean, listen, go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish out your thoughts because I got thoughts on this scene.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, Wendy brought Popeyes. Ashley, she showed up and she brought catfish. Okay. Catfish for the catfish. And then we have Kay arrive. Now the ladies were a little concerned about where Angel was because it was getting late in the hour. Most of everybody was already there and, you know, doing their thing. And so Kay picked up the phone and said, hold on, yeah, let me call my girl. So she calls. Hey, Angel, are you on the way? Where are you? And so Angel says, we're pretty far. And she said, well, about how far are you? About how long are you going to be? And so Bobby in the background says, we get there when we get there. I guess Bobby got a little chin check in him too.
Bobby is over it.
So this is why Angel is used to getting chin check because she can chin check that home on the regular anyway. So. Okay. Tia said, you know, listen, she's stressed out. She just moved. She's got 2 kids. Whitney said, hell, I had a stressful week too, and I'm here, and I got 3 kids. Now what? Ain't no excuse, okay? Nobody's giving her a break for anything. Gizelle said that ain't our fault. Listen, we got our homes. We got homes to go home to. She should have went home. Oh, I forgot. She doesn't have a home here. I said, ooh-wee. So we finally have an introduction to Timu and Stacy. And so they show up with Arabella and the potato salad. And Diva, quite pleasingly, the potato salad looked pretty good. I said, okay. How about we be willing to dip a spoon in, you know, and just grab a little edge off, you know, just a little edge. Got to taste it first. Everybody was very shocked that that Stacy brought Timu. Stacy said in her confessionals that she only brought Timu because of her relationship with Wendy, which was very interesting because just a few weeks ago, she didn't bring Timu because of the relationship, you know, between Wendy and Eddie and everything that happened at the reunion last year.
You know, she's so full of it.
So I was like, okay, you better flip-flop with us again. Come on, flip-flopper.
Like they said, iconic liar.
Listen, Stacy said that she was excited for everyone to taste her potato salad. It was going to be the best thing at the potluck, okay?
You better dig up your own food. Come on now.
Jazzy showed up with the mac and cheese. Did you see the little girl that arrived with her?
Yeah, who was that?
I was gonna ask you, who was that?
You know what? No, because I don't think his kids is that.
I don't either. So that's what I was like, who was this little girl?
I don't know who it was. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was another child, you know, on the outs that we didn't know about.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bobby and Angel, they finally arrive, about 3 hours late to the event. And then the awards are given out for the best, for everyone. So Gizelle, she got the award for best dessert. Jazzy got the award for mac and cheese. Wendy got it for the chicken. And then Ashley got it for catfish. Okay, baby?
Mm.
And so Ashley, all the ladies come and sit down. Ashley shares with Gizelle, Ashley shares that Gizelle had a conversation with Tia, and Tia shared that you guys had to move out within days. Angel said, "We're an NFL family. We're used to moving." They had a short-term lease because they thought, they would have found the house by now, but they didn't. So that's what it was. And Stacy asked, were they living? And I was like, Stacy's so shady. She asked, were they living here or did they move back to Colorado? Angel said that they're going to be back and forth. They're going to go back to Colorado and get their stuff in Colorado. And then they're going to come back and forth, with their stuff until they can find a permanent home here in Baltimore or in Potomac. Tia asked about the lease date. Angel just shrugged her shoulder and she just said, I don't know about it. I just don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm not sure. And so Wendy, at the end of the episode, she said, well, the people saying you got evicted. Okay. She said she ain't going to dance around it. The people said you got evicted. So what happened? Diva, this whole scene was messy. Nothing but mess.
It was messy.
Nothing but foolishness. And I was here for it. Because the girls... and this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the season. You can't come into a show, Diva, saying you're going to stand on business. And then when it's time to stand on business, you stand on nothing. Angel came into this season talking about that she don't get chin checks. She does the chin checking, that she's the wag of the universe. She came from that lifestyle and she's that girl. And we've seen nothing. I haven't seen a read. I haven't seen a beat outfit. I haven't seen anything special from Angel. Nothing at all.
It's bad.
It's horrible. And your girl Kay ain't even out here helping you out to look any better or do any better. Because she out here flunking the Real Housewives class as well.
They both getting Fs.
Both getting Fs and being kicked out of the class. Okay?
Yeah.
Get out.
They both definitely getting Fs. Okay, so here's my thoughts on Potomac and Ponies. Now, Angel got this right. Y'all only rented out half the venue. Okay. The potluck setup was tragic.
Get up.
Okay, it was tragic. Wendy comes in with the Popeyes chicken in a tinfoil from the dollar store. Like, you didn't even get your presentation right, girl. Like, come on, you saying you're going to do better than Gizelle and you don't even have that right. And then you know what, Royaire? Because all these supermarkets do it, whether you're in Maryland, Jersey, California, Florida, they will fry the chicken for you and have it in a nice big tray, the tinfoil tray already. So she should have just placed an order at the local supermarket and got her a big tin of the fried chicken, right? This whole thing was kept saying and thought it was funny that Ashley bought the catfish. I thought that was nasty work. That was a disgusting behavior. It was disgusting behavior. When they called Angel and Bobby responded, earlier the other scene, Gizelle said Bobby was over it. And when Bobby said that, I knew he was over it. Okay. So wherever they was coming from, they had to drive hours. I don't know. Did they have to fly in from Colorado to do that scene? I don't know what they had to do, but Bobby was not here for it. Okay. Bobby was over it. And then one of the guys tried to come at Bobby too. And because they was like, oh, y'all finally got here. Y'all got here late or something. He said, yeah, but somebody got to do it. Somebody got to get here late. Yeah. Bobby, don't play with Bobby. Bobby was not here for it. He's over it. When Angel sat down there and they told Angel and she had the cute little baby in her hand and they wanted to tell, you said Bobby is rude. Bobby's over it. And I think that, we got to understand, because now this is just a side note. Dr. Heavenly is claiming that the scene with Dr. Simone and her sons and Cecil, she's saying it was worse than what we saw. She said that Bravo highly edited. So with that being said, I think that we don't know everything that Angel has gone through, but Bobby does. And Bobby probably is like, we done left our home in Colorado to come here for these shenanigans, and these girls are just treating you nasty and mean. And I think like Gizelle said, he's over it. So he had to drive her out there for that scene hours, and he just wasn't here for it. He had enough, right? So now little mama talking about she about to have a 4th phone. That just shows that Wendy was being reckless with the funds, Royaire. This little girl, Cameron, told Arabella that she got 3 phones and her daddy's about to get another one, so she's going to have 4 phones. I thought that was highly messy. And I'm just like saying to myself, oh my God, Wendy, y'all have been so reckless with the money. Lawson, I was thinking the same thing. That thing, the setup was just ridiculous. The hall was ridiculous. And they had the nerve to have, what do you call it? They had the nerve to have a planner and a decorator.
Yeah.
I want to slap my name on that. Like, I said, girl, you letting them acknowledge you? I want to slap my name on that. And then I think Cameron tried to ask Arabella. She was like, oh, what's that? She said, that's potato salad. Because her mother made that potato salad. Don't you come here and play out her mother. And then they was giving out awards for the food. I mean, listen, Jazzy said she got up early and made her mac and cheese, but it looked dry.
It did.
Okay. I was like, I said,
I thought the same thing. I wasn't gonna say that.
Arabella was there trying to scoop that thing up. They did not. That potluck thing was not what was up. And what I would have did is said, we are catering it, and everybody can give $50 or $100 for this catered food to come in. But no, I wouldn't have did that potluck the way that they did it. It was a hot mess of a setup.
Yeah.
But and at the end, when Wendy said, we heard you got evicted, I ain't going to dance around it. I said, good gosh. I said, good gosh, this right here is a lot. It's a lot.
I mean, I see why Wendy is not really giving her any kind of grace or mercy, because Angel, she definitely put a lot of blame to Wendy for something that Gizelle said, and she still is doing it, Diva, even in the after show that I'm watching with the catfish comment. Wendy did not call you a catfish. Gizelle did. And then when she checked you about it and told you that she didn't call you a catfish, you still have this beef with Wendy for what? What's the reason? There is no reason to have this beef with Wendy. It's just not. I feel that, Angel, you are playing a lifestyle up that you really don't have. And stop. Just stop. You're being just as dishonest with you're being just as dishonest as Stacey, but you're judging Stacey for what she's doing. But it seems to be that you're doing the same thing, telling lies and coming up with fabrications to make yourself look good. It ain't working, boo. At least Stacey tries to do it and does it pretty well. You ain't pulling it off at all. At all. But you the wag. The food, I don't do potlucks. I thought potlucks stopped before the pandemic. I didn't know people were still doing that. I was like, okay. The mac and cheese definitely did look dry. The potato salad looked wet. The chicken looked not chickeny, and the catfish, it just, I don't know. I don't know what we were doing. But yeah, that was our event. I'm trying to think of anything else that stood out. I don't think anything else stood out to me.
Mama talking about she got 4 phones.
Yeah, when she said that, I was just like, maybe Cam doesn't always tell the truth like some of the other people on the show.
Not Cam not telling the truth. What is she, like 7, 8, 9?
Like mother, like father, like daughter.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot.
I was just like, okay, Cam, like, okay, girl. But overall, I thought the episode was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. You know, the ladies, they are really giving reality TV, in my opinion. I think that some of these ladies need to go home and do their homework, Diva. You need to know what you're signing up for if you're going to get on this TV show. Angel has done so much complaining about these ladies and what they did to her and what she don't like and all of that. This was not a show to come on here and make best friends, honey. This was a show to come on, show your lifestyle, and read these girls down and show us what you got. And it's not giving that at all.
Yeah.
It's not giving that.
Not ready.
At least Kay can read the girls. She can halfway read the girls. Halfway.
Kay can't read nobody.
She could get the girls a little bit. She could get them just a little bit.
My life, my car, my condo.
With your cloudy ring. I said not a cloudy ring.
You don't have a husband.
Yeah, she just can't outread Stacy. That's she can't outread Stacy. No. She can't. But overall, I enjoyed the episode. I'm going to give this episode, I'm going to give it a 7.5. 7.5. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section on a scale of 1 to 10. Rate this episode 11, season 10 of the Real Housewives of Potomac, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. Diva, your final thoughts?
I'm struggling here. But you know what? I'm gonna give it an 8, and I'm gonna give it an 8 because we caught Angel in a straight up lie. You wasn't leasing that place; it was an Airbnb, and that's why you had a check-in, check-out time. Okay, and they told you by noon on the 1st you got to be out. And then let us know if there's anything else we can help you with. But to the loop, boo boo. Get to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. Get the courtyard. That's your stuff.
Not get the courtyard.
Anything we bought, please don't touch. Not the home was furnished. So this ain't none of your furniture. And we about to go back to Colorado to get our stuff. Angel, the lies. The lies, okay? Nah. Especially if you don't know how to wrap that thing up nicely. So, you know, for that scene, I like the polo event because I like that it wasn't like a rah-rah type situation. It was cute, right? Stomp the divots and singing, you know, the national anthem or whatever. I liked it, and we got to see Tia's brother. You understand? So, I mean, I thought, you know, there was some good little snippet scenes in there. The Potomac and Ponies was tragic. Okay. And then you giving out little awards. And then you had the nerve. Y'all had the face painted and all that. That thing was tragic. They would have been better off, like, you know, in Jersey, they got a lot of VFW halls, Royaire. They would have been better off just renting out a VFW hall and having an event there. Like, oh yeah, like this, that was just a hot mess. And that's right, with the sternos, you should have the sternos. But the event planner, they probably was so low budget with her. All she was able to do was that arch at the door. And get the painting people for the kids.
Gizelle walk in talking about, yes, I knew it was gonna look good if you had something to do with it. I was like, look good where?
I was like, that's what I said.
Where? Like, where do we see good at? We got little fake horses hanging off the wall. Like, what are we doing?
Like, that was stupid. Diva, I sent you Angel's response on Instagram. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Let me check. Why? Go ahead, talk where while I check this out.
Yes, no, I was just like, what in the world? But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Let's see.
She need to stop.
Linda is rating this episode a 7. Irish is rating this episode a 7. Monique said a 7. Katrina said a 7 as well. Forever said a 7 as well. You said an 8, Diva?
Yeah, an 8.
Okay.
If you get a chance, share the screen real quick. This is garbage. Here go Angel. I've read 1,000,001 lies about myself. Stories people have made up to feed a need for whatever reason to believe I'm some person I'm not. I've stayed largely silent, but last night's episode takes the cake. Gizelle is lying. She has no word on the street because no one knew her on the street before joining this show. But it's been 10 years now, Angel, and now we do know her. You like her or not, but you like her or not, she's known now. It's not reasonably shady, and it was 10 million downloads. You was at the party. You was at the party, Angel. She needs to stop.
She is somebody, okay?
She is somebody. Okay. Wendy's mutual friend. Yeah, that conversation never happened. I spoke with her. Lies. Ashley just needs to join in on the storyline. Then she goes, my family wealth. I don't speak on it unless I'm asked by producers and confessionals. But the fact of the matter is, none on this cast can compare. Let's be clear. Week after week, I'm maligned, lied on by almost each member of this ensemble, and y'all expect me to do cartwheels in their presence? Get the F out of here. I am me and will continue to be. It's not my problem that people have mistaken my con for anything but. Girl, it is your problem. You on the show. That part. Letting people talk what they want to think in the name of class does nothing. And I'm done with it. Let's be very clear. If I could have seen the cash with the cash, what? Did she mean the cast? S talked about me behind my back week after week.
Oh, the cash, yeah, the cash S talked about me behind my back. Okay. Yeah.
I would have moved differently. My objective was to be cool with everyone, but the three witches wouldn't let up. And now I'm done. Not witches.
Come on with your Dr. Seuss reads, girl.
Wait. She said, speak on my man. All bets are off. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You got a platform and you should have came to the platform ready.
Ready.
But since you
platform has been on for 9 years.
That part. You want to come with that stupid read? Didn't nobody know her before? Honey, it's been 10 years. Let's get it clear. They know Gizelle now.
Yes.
They clearly know her. And listen, the Grand Dame knew her too before she got up there. Like, stop. Because remember, Gizelle didn't vote for the Grand Dame cook.
Yes.
At some event. Okay.
Gizelle was,
they came on Potomac.
She was well known in the Potomac streets because her husband had a church in Potomac, and it was the biggest, largest church in that area. She was somebody. Just stop it. You came on this show. You did not do your homework. The girls are reading you down. I feel like, in my opinion, in real life, I feel like Angel is, I don't want to say a mean girl, but like I feel like she can't be the person that she really is because the roles are already taken.
See, but the thing is, if you knew how to move, shake and move, you could have just came in like Stacey. It's just like Stacey told him when Kay tried to tell her, oh, she lied about TJ. She said that was last year. Get over it. You better come with that Stacey skin. And listen, well, all of that went down with Vivian and with Stacey stole her. Stacey still gave her like she had nothing for her. Stacey is messy.
Hi, yes, we need to talk. I was like, okay, Stacey. Tanya gave this episode a 6. Little English gave it an 8. All righty, well, Diva, listen, and a lot of people are saying that they hope that Angel does not come back next season. And I can't disagree.
She don't need to come back.
This is not for her.
It's not for her. And you're going to talk about what you would do, what you're going to do at the reunion. Girl, she better pipe it down because they will eat her alive at that reunion. And see, the hard part is going to be that it's unfortunate. It's not right. It's not going to look right if Bobby steps in and Gizelle doesn't have a husband, Angel doesn't have a husband, because she calling Gizelle Angel I mean, she's calling Gizelle, Ashley, and Wendy the three witches, right? So two of those people don't have a husband. So it's not going to look good if Bobby try to step in against those two to help you out. So that would mean you have to be able to hold your own. Girl, she could study trying to read this whole time from now up until the reunion. It's not going to work.
It ain't going to work.
If you had it in you,
she would have did it.
She would have did it.
She definitely would have did it. Yeah. Listen, we appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. I have dropped both of Diva and I's channels in each other's chat. So go over to my chat. If you're in my chat, rather, go to Diva's channel, hit that subscribe button over there and the like button on her channel. And if you're on Diva's channel, I have dropped my channel over there. So make sure you come over, hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining us last night, tonight, for joining us tonight. Emmanuel is giving this a 6 out of 10. All right, Emmanuel. So we will be recapping we've been recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. We will be recapping Married to Medicine this week as well. That episode came out on yesterday, and OMG, what an episode. It was a lot, and I truly enjoyed it. Truly enjoyed it. And then we will also be recapping the Diddy documentary that hit on Netflix. So stay tuned for that as well. Make sure you join Diva for trending topics each and every night around 8:30. And I believe that is it. Anything before we go?
No, I mean, it was just, I love the episode. It was a good episode. They're doing good this season, and we're going to see how this all pans out at the end of the day.
Yes, we will. Well, listen, y'all, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. If you didn't hit the like button when you came in, make sure you hit it on the way out. Join Diva tonight for trending topics. Stay tuned to our channels by hitting that notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind.
I don't know who's Brooke Ashley. You the podcast king.
I don't know who Brooke Ashley is.
No, who's Brooke?
Let me look at it. Let me look up the name real quick, because I'll watch something and not know the people. Brooke Ashley.
Oh God, Monique says she can't even watch it because Angel is not for TV. Oh good God.
Oh no, I don't know who this young lady is. Oh, but I did see this. Hold on, Diva. Hold on before we go. Hold on, people. I did see this on Instagram.
Oh, she has her own channel. Okay, on YouTube. Okay.
I want to get your thoughts. Are you pleased with how you're being portrayed on the show? Do you feel like we're missing some pieces to Angel Massey?
I'll say this. We shoot for 3.5 months, and you have me, who is a new person, being thrown into a social situation, even though it is reality TV, where you don't really know this group of women. And so everyone navigates meeting people newly different for the first time. And with me, I don't necessarily take too kindly to people being disrespectful and nasty when I don't know them. You have to remember, we are all new to each other. And so I will say that, of course, it's heavily edited because they can't include everything that we've shot all those months. Would I have liked some things that I shot to have been in there that they didn't have the time for? Yes, of course. Do I like the portrayal or the idea that I am some sad sap Eeyore who is overly sensitive? No, because that's definitely not who I am in any way, shape, or form. I'm the sunshine in the room. And so to kind of see the antithesis of that is jarring. But it also is what it is.
A newbie on Potomac, this is your first?
Not she does.
Ma'am, this is not a new group. You are new to the group. This is a group that's been established for 9 years.
Wait.
Yes, I would see why they hate it. And yes, because what are you talking about? This is a group that's been established for 9 years. What do you mean you don't like the way they portrayed you? You are Eeyore. You came on here. I did not see no sunlight in the room. You were sad, depressed. The woman that was always crying. Somebody's picking on me. Warden, the prisoners. Girl, go away from us with this, please. Why are you here? You had 9 years to figure. Hell, Jersey been on for what, 19, 20 years? You had 20 years to watch any housewife franchise. Get yourself together and come on this TV and bring reality TV. You gave the camera what you gave it, and they displayed what you gave. What are you mad about?
Now she was a rain cloud. Now get your umbrellas out. Listen,
every time we turn around, you in the corner crying, and you need Bobby and girl. Hell,
Bobby
you should
don't play about
me as a housewife. He should have been the damn housewife.
Bobby don't play about me. He was ready to send the PJ, the private jet. Y'all could send a private jet, but you was in your house packing, girl. Bye. Come on now. Listen, I know people that had money. I know people that have money, and you know how sometimes you like if you go to a repast, you be like, "Do you want me to bring something? Want me to bring a cake, some soda, honey?" The last couple of repasts, they was like, "No, we getting it catered. You don't need to bring nothing." Okay, that's how they doing the repasses now. They catering them. Okay, girl, you sitting there packing yourself like, don't, Angel, please.
It's
not the sunshine. Child, she's too much.
She's too much. Yeah, this was not the group for you to join. Maybe you need to go try. I don't even know what she needs to go try. This is just not a fit for you at all. Maybe you and Bobby need to do Love and Marriage. Maybe y'all can go down to Carlos and he can maybe help y'all out. But Bravo Housewives franchise, it's not for you. It's not.
You know, Love and Marriage might eat them up too. They just.
You just need to stay at home.
Stay in Colorado, okay? Because Bobby want to poop in his own toilet.
Child, listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and your notification bells on all. Shout out to the Rewatch crew and make sure you share this video tonight with someone. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Join Diva tonight for trending topics, and we'll catch y'all later. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Royaire's World.